Becoming well-known is the most valuable element in the connection process. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. They're just words, and words alone don't really mean anything. It's what you feel and what you believe when you say them that matter. You are beautiful. Know this. Anyone who tells you otherwise is simply lying. You are beautiful. The best laid schemes mice and men gang aftegally. If you change who you are to suit other people, you may end up dressed for the wrong occasion. Our lives can't be measured by our final years, of this I am sure. Once your mindset changes, everything on the outside will change along with it. To use your head, you have to go out of your mind. Life was not longer something to endure, but to live. If you're affected by peer pressure, you're literally not being yourself. It's life. You don't figure it out. You just climb up on the beast and ride. A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. I am inspired by people who are willing to confront the shadows of themselves and find light. The question is not what you look at, but what you see. The speed of your success is limited only by your dedication and what you're willing to sacrifice. There are no traffic jams along the extra mile. There's no backward and no forward, no day other than this. You fill your card as you go, and that's that. Your greatest self has been waiting your whole life. Don't make it wait any longer. He who has truth at his heart need never fear the one of persuasion on his tongue. A man is never more truthful than when he acknowledges himself a liar. There is no shelter from the willful blindness of a politician. The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. The saddest aspect of life right now is that science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. The right mindset is the first step towards the journey. Today is the oldest you've ever been, and the youngest you'll ever be again. Every setback is an opportunity to grow if we take the time to reflect, find out what went wrong, and use our experiences to move forward. Accept our own thoughts. There is nothing absolutely in our power. You are a human with one life, and it's up to you to make it the best life you can. There is strange comfort in knowing that no matter what happens today, the sun will rise again tomorrow. Most of what I say is complete truth. My edit button is broken. Learn we may be with another man's learning. We can only be wise with wisdom of our own. Never give up. Things that you keep dreaming about will happen one day. Be willing to leave the ground behind if you want to fly. The right to search for the truth implies also a duty. One must not conceal any part of what one has recognized to be the truth. Remake the world, a little at a time, each in your own corner of the world. Being liked for the way you looked is worse than not being liked at all. Success does not consist in never making blunders, but in never making the same one a second time. Misconceptions play a prominent role in my view of the world. If you're treated like a puppet, find a new ball of string. It serves me right for putting all my eggs in one basket. Fear not the path of truth for the lack of people walking on it. Every challenge, every adversity contains within it the seeds of opportunity and growth. The question is not how to get cured, but how to live. Never let your past mistakes cause you to doubt your future. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. Thank heaven for people who are satisfied with facts that conform to the reality they wish to believe. The invariable mark of wisdom is to see the miraculous in the common. Miracles do not, in fact, break the laws of nature. In those moments, it's hard to remember that an angry voice is an invisible thing incapable of drawing blood. Paths that lead to the crossroads of life, otherwise known as transition. Transition is the tension present between struggle and grace. Good works is giving to the poor and the helpless, but divine works is showing them their worth to the one who matters. People say that life is the thing, but I prefer reading. If a man has character, he is also his typical experience, which always recurs. Once you really know yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing about you. Different languages, the same thoughts, servant to thoughts and their masters. Keep your friends for friendship, but work with the skilled and competent. We know everything, we just haven't thought of it yet. With one day's reading, a man may have the key in his hands. Read books. Care about things. Get excited. Try not to be too down on yourself. Enjoy the ever-present game of knowing. Have enough courage to start and enough heart to finish. Keep your friends close, your enemies even closer. You do not write your life with words. You write it with actions. What you think is not important. It is only important what you do. We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. My one regret in life is that I am not someone else. Failure is constructive feedback that tells you to try a different approach to accomplish what you want. Any war that requires the suspension of reason as a necessity for support is a bad war. I do not know everything. Still many things I understand. Your dreams are worth it. Persevere. Your focus is your power. Harness it. Nothing that happens to you is meant to be. The only thing about you that was meant to be is you. Blaze your own trail. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. If you do the same as me or my generation, you will get the same results. Bebold. Go against the grain. Never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life, but define yourself. If life's an exercise in making memories, no one really goes away as long as they are remembered. They lived like monkeys still, while their new god powers lay around them in the weeds. Queequeg was a native of Kokavoko, an island far away to the west and south. It is not down in any map. True places never are. H is for habit. Winners make a habit of doing the things losers don't want to do. I know it's not easy for you, living this life, but try to remember, always try to remember, you're not the only one with troubles. It is important that when we make a resolution or establish a goal, that we take the action necessary to accomplish that goal. There is a fire against us, and in the end, the fire could burn us or ignite us into an unstoppable force. Just been poisoned by my gran. Nothing says Christmas better than familicide and anaphylactic shock. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Nothing's perfect. The world's not perfect. But it's there for us, trying the best it can. That's what makes it so damn beautiful. It is only prudent never to place complete confidence in that by which we have even once been deceived. Living a princely life requires that you learn to think and reason like the prince, talk and behave like him, react like him as well. We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. If everyone wants to be somebody, I want to be somebody else. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. The moment we cry in a film is not when things are sad, but when they turn out to be more beautiful than we expected them to be. Those who are wise won't be busy, and those who are too busy can't be wise. To ugly ducklings everywhere, don't worry about those fluffy yellow morons. They'll never get to be swans. We are constantly trying to hold it all together. If you really want to see why you do things, then don't do them and see what happens. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. Life isn't about what you get, it's about what you do with what you get. A picture held us captive, and we could not get outside it, for it lay in our language and language seemed to repeat it to us inexorably. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Don't be afraid to be afraid. Have fear, and then conquer the shit out of it. Having an eye for beauty isn't the same thing as a weakness, except possibly when it comes to you.